I'm Nick Seco from HomeRight Windows and Doors, and we're located in Waynesboro, Pennsylvania. So we do vinyl replacement windows, we do steel and fiberglass entry doors, we do aluminum storm doors, and we do sliding patio doors, all made by Provia. The windows are a vinyl replacement window, and it could be anything from double hungs to casements to bay and bow windows and everything in between. So when somebody calls in the office and needs an estimate, they get Roxanne on the phone typically, and she would schedule an appointment for me to come out and take some measurements, provide some literature, go through what options we have, and then I would follow up within about 24 to 48 hours with an estimate with all the details of the products as well as the installed price. I find that we're typically much more affordable than the companies that you see advertising on TV or in a lot of other places. If they're spending a lot of advertising dollars, obviously they're passing those costs on to their consumers. You could go to our website at homerightwaynesboro.com, or you could call us at 717-749-4874.
Local and live, covering Franklin and Washington counties, it's Let's Talk TriState.
Welcome to Let's Talk TriState, all powered by HomeRight Windows and Doors in Waynesboro, the right choice, online, homerightwaynesboro.com. Joining us, we have the president from Premier HVAC in Greencastle, Tim Stenger. Tim, good to see you, my friend.
Yep, thanks for having me.
Been a while since we've had you on Let's Talk TriState, and we want to jump right in. I know that we are just coming off the heels of summer, what was in some cases a record hot summer. I'm sure you were busy, weren't you?
We were, yeah.
You were rocking and rolling through all it was worth. So now we're going to be coming into the cooler months, and you have something going on. We're going to talk about essentially Christmas. So we have Kelvin's White Christmas Refund. Tell us about this promotion.
Yeah, so coming off of a nice hot summer and busy time, it fades pretty quick. August slips right away, and we shift gears right into fall, starting to do our preseason checks and things like that, and wanted to get a promotion out for those who maybe limped along through summer, maybe didn't want to be down and out while they're changing their equipment, getting ready for the fall, winter season. So we wanted to bring out a promotion and kind of want to make it something fun, that we could jump into. Obviously with our business, weather is a big part of our business. So we kind of wanted to tie it into weather.
It is kind of the contributing factor here.
Sure.
With what you're doing, especially with the Kelvin's White Christmas Refund. First, take us through, who's Kelvin?
So Kelvin is our fun mascot. Mm-hmm. So he's kind of a part of the team, like a technician base, but he makes events locally and comes out there. Kids love him. It's fun, interactive. Yeah. Just a kind of a cheeky character that kind of adds to the fun of who we are and how we show up in the community.
Love that. So this refund hinges on snowfall, and the snowfall amounts precisely.
Yep.
So first, take us through what is the refund on, and it hinges on snowfall. Then take us through the specifics of that.
Yeah. So we base this off of Christmas snowfall, right? So everybody loves Christmas. Nice nostalgic feel, and then make it a white Christmas on top of that. Can certainly become very magical for some of our customers. So we basically put a promotion together where if it snows on Christmas Day, it's got to snow 5 inches on Christmas Day this year. So starting here in September, everyone who purchases a system from us will get a 100% full refund on that system if we hit that snowfall on Christmas Day.
Now, I want to be very clear. It is not at least 5 inches. It is 5 inches on the nose.
5 inches or more.
Oh, okay, 5 inches or more.
Yeah, so it could go
according to...
so it's obviously it's got to be a very official recording because snowfalls can vary depending where you're at in the region. So Hagerstown Regional Airport is an official weather station, so that we'll be using that calculation. It's available online. It's exact, and that's what we got to go on.
And it's kept for record, so it's there's no denying it. It's right there. Here we go.
It's official.
Okay, so anyone from the time they're watching this through up until your install prior to Christmas?
Well, okay, so not up until Christmas because we only have limited spots available.
Okay.
So we have 55 systems to install
Okay.
before it's cut off. So now that could go very quickly depending on the promotion and how things go along. But we suspect we'll fill those positions by the end of October.
Okay. How did you come up with this idea? I love this idea.
Yeah, it's a little different. It's off the wall, but I've caught wind of some others. There's a guy in Texas who does mattresses, and
Mattress Mac.
Yeah. So he does a promotion similar, where everybody gets a refund. It's based off of Super Bowl.
Okay.
So I thought it was really interesting. I've followed that the past couple of years, and I was like, I think we can figure out a way to do this.
Yeah.
So we got to digging around and figured out how we can put it together, and
Love that.
we're making it happen.
Now, for customers who are thinking about replacing their system soon, why does it make now the ideal time to move forward with that?
Sure. So we always like to say, don't buy because of a promotion or a rebate or things like that. But this certainly could be a nice icing on the cake.
Yeah, absolutely.
These things are like everything else, becoming more and more expensive. Could be 10, 15, 20 grand. That you may spend on a system depending on what you get. If it hits that snowfall, then it's 100% full refund.
Now let me ask you this, Tim. You're using the terminology, and most people know what it means when I say this, and I always say I like to ask those obvious questions for those who may not be so obvious. When you say system, what does that entail?
Yeah, so to us, a system is, typically you have an indoor unit and an outdoor unit that does your heating and cooling.
Okay.
In some cases, it's just cooling. But in most cases, in most homes, people have heating and cooling systems. So, the indoor unit and the outdoor unit, they're engineered, they go together for a match. And so, we match up a system that suits the customer and their needs and the home. And then, of course, they purchase whatever system they like that matches up with, their personal preferences, their budget, things like that. And then we go install it, make sure it's taken care of.
Now, some folks may have questions as to whether, is the system that I'm asking for or is what I need going to qualify for this refund? And I'm sure they can contact Premier HVAC and find that out. How would they contact you?
Yeah, so our office line is call or text at 717-597-9900.
Okay.
We'll also have a landing page on the website, premierhvacpa.com, that they can visit. There's details on there about the refund as well.
And what are we missing, Tim? I think the only thing that I wanted to ask you that was not on my list of questions for you is now is the time, and probably the time where you're going to get very busy, but now is the time where people should be starting to look at getting their, at least their system checked. Is that correct for the season?
Yeah, absolutely. So system check, preseason, for us, we try to not get super overwhelmed whenever it gets extremely hot or extremely cold for the first time. So we try to promote and get people to start early. Maybe it's a little cool in the air this morning, but a lot of people aren't quite thinking heating season yet. But we are. We're shifting gears. We're ready to go. That way we can get as many people taken care of preseason as possible. So and that actually we are offering a promotion on our maintenance as well, preseason maintenance.
Okay.
So book your maintenance in September, $69.
Nice.
If it's booked in October, $89, and then November, $109.
Okay.
So that's our preseason promotion on the maintenances. And if you're not sure of how your system's performing or what kind of condition it is, maybe should I consider replacing the unit? That's a good, easy starting point.
Right.
To get it checked and looked at. We can give you a full report. That way you know what you're working with.
I think a lot of people, they may have, it's kind of like when there's a noise in the car. You probably know you need to get it to the garage, but you're just afraid to because, man, I know if I take it in, it's going to need something. If you're thinking that about your HVAC, then you really need to get this done because it's only going to cost more the longer you let it go.
Yeah, some things can be easily taken care of on just a maintenance, but a lot of things can lead to bigger issues if they aren't caught early, and a maintenance can take care of it. It might lead to a bigger fail.
Yeah, my wife is very much so on it. She says, "Did you call Tim yet? Did you get the the maintenance scheduled, and yes, we have. And again, the $69, that's a steal, buddy.
Yeah.
So you're putting out a great price there. Could get a full refund. This is Kelvin, if you haven't met yet, and you can get all of this information, premierhvacpa.com. That is on your screen. Tim Stenger, he's the president. Tim, thank you so much for joining us today. Appreciate it.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
And as always, we appreciate you joining us on Let's Talk TriState.
Let's talk TriState.
If you'd like to be featured on an upcoming episode of Let's Talk TriState, call 717-597-9200 or email letstalk@921thegoat.com.